Thafeni village, where the South African Defence Force and the Military Veterans Department is here to hand over her house to the Sohuma family. Remember, earlier this year, we broadcasted the situation of the Sohuma family who are living inside this small shack, 7 members living in that small shack. And when we broadcasted this, they were rather pleading with the government to build them a decent and proper house. Well, the SA Navy has come to the rescue of the family and built them a very beautiful house that is yet to be handed over to the family today. The family is so excited. They cannot express their excitement that the SA Navy came to their rescue. But with me right now is Vice Admiral Mondelo Bese, who is the chief of the SA Navy, who will be telling us about their decision to build this family, this beautiful house that we see behind us. Vice Admiral rather, please tell us, how long did it take you to build this house, and why did you decide to build this house?
First and foremost, thank you, SABC, for bringing the plight of this family to the eyes and ears of the nation. It was on the 29th of January 2024 when I was watching Morning Live, sitting at home preparing to go to work. On listening to the bad state and the bad condition, the heartbreaking condition of this family, I resolved that something needs to be done. I know the expectation was that government must actually come in and assist this family, because it is the mandate of government to building houses. But because you are a people's navy and we are a caring navy, people being our fortresses, I resolve that within the little resources that we have as the South African Navy, through the proceeds that I actually generate from my Gulf charity programs, let me take from those resources and build this house. That is how the project actually began. On Mandela Day, I came here because myself I'm born and bred in Gqeberha. But I sent my deputy, who's Deputy Admiral Mthatha, who is born and bred here in Mthatha. I'm not familiar with this area, to come after hearing your story, to come and actually look for this family. And he came and looked for it, and that was the beginning of this project. On Mandela Day, I then came myself to actually do a sort turning, and I told the people that were gathering here, especially the family, that I'll be here to hand over the house before the end of the year. The rest is history, ma'am. We are here. The house is fully built, paid off from the proceeds of the Chief of the Navy Charity Golf Day.
Vice Admiral, many people, when they, especially those who are facing the issue of lack of housing, when they make a plea to the government, they are referring to the municipalities as well as the Human Settlement Department. The South African Navy doesn't come to their mind. Maybe you should also tell us some of the services that you offer as the SA Navy.
As I'm saying to you that South African Navy and actually the entire National Defence Force, we are a People's National Defence Force, and we are a People's Navy. So the pain and the suffering of our people, because we come from these surroundings ourselves, so we couldn't sit back, knowing very well that our government is faced with certain challenges to meeting all the human security challenges that it needs to actually to satisfy. Definitely our budget as the South African National Defence Force and the South African Navy does not include building houses, building schools, building all these other issues related to human security. But because we have partners in industry, I host 3 or 4 golf days in a year. So the proceeds and the pledges that I receive from these partners, industry partners of the South African Navy, it's what I actually used to build these houses. Just recently I was in Durban to donate school shoes to a school that was actually hit by a tornado recently in June. We're also in another school as well in Durban, where my wife donated sanitary towels. Recently we were also in Gqeberha where we donated school shoes, because education is the key.